After today's, Hugo's condition has not improved. Amicia is furious, and Lucas has to stop her from barging into Hugo's room. Vaudin explains that a carrier reaching the final threshold is a very rare event, and that Hugo must be isolated. He mentions that the Order has special buildings for such occasions. Beatrice tries to soften the news that Hugo is beyond saving, explaining that no potion can save him at this point. Amicia insists that they search for the island, but Vaudin dismisses it as a child's fantasy. When Amicia asks why he has a fresco of it, he hesitates before answering. Beatrice refuses to allow Amicia into Hugo's room due to her enraged state, as the macula feeds on Hugo's emotions. Vaudin has convinced Beatrice that they need to get to the Order's headquarters in Marseille as soon as possible, and he already has a boat and captain, Joseph, ready to go. Around 5 o'clock, Beatrice sends Lucas to find Joseph and brings Amicia with him. As they walk through the city, Lucas apologizes to Amicia for keeping Hugo's impending death a secret. They soon hear a soldier announcing that a curfew has been put in place and the city is in lockdown. Anyone caught in the streets will be arrested, and patrols have been set up to enforce the curfew. Lucas spots a watchtower that leads to the harbor and sees soldiers leading carts full of bodies there, which explains where all the bodies have been taken. Lucas asks Amicia to hold back from attacking any of the men, worried that she will become overwhelmed with rage like she did in the bar. She agrees. As they continue forward, Lucas tells Amicia that he asked Vaudin about the island fresco, as she had requested, and Vaudin said it was just a symbol. Lucas agrees that the island, the macula awakening, and the symbol are too significant to ignore or dismiss. Lucas apologizes to Amicia again for Hugo's condemnation, but she protests that he isn't dead yet. Amicia agrees once more not to kill any soldiers as they make their way through the docks and spot the Order's boat across the harbor. They sneak past the soldiers and make their way towards the boat. As Amicia and Lucas approach the boat, they see soldiers loading a cart with large jars. When the cart gets stuck, their frustration attracts a huge horde of rats to the area. The soldiers are killed and the jars shatter, revealing that they contain tar, a highly flammable substance. Amicia lights the tar on fire and they continue on, debating whether Marseille is the right choice for them or not.
This is possible.
There are so many! How are we going to cross that? That liquid on the ground, it's from their jars.
It smells like tar. If it is, it's highly flammable. Try setting it on fire.
Yes, let's try.
As Amicia and Lucas approach the boat, they realize that a large section of the pontoon has been destroyed by rats. They decide to take a detour through a tar workshop, likely used for repairing boat hulls. There are mixing pools filled with resin, and barrels on a higher platform with the diluent needed to create tar. Lucas shows Amicia how to make tar herself. As Amicia and Lucas make their way through a second tar workshop, they encounter a soldier who has become trapped by the rats. They work together with the soldier to escape the workshop. Once they are all free from the rats, the soldier tries to escort them back into the city. However, when Amicia and Lucas refuse to go with him, he attacks them. Amicia has the option to either kill the soldier or escape from him.
Escort you back home.
Actually, we must keep going that way.
Impossible. You're going back home.
Oh, come on.
Let us go. We did our part.
The law is the law.
Let us pass, or you'll regret it.
You're threatening a soldier of the army of Provence?
I am. This is too important.
Wait.
Lucas, a stupefaccio, please. Lucas, a stupefaccio would be useful.
Russell, get ready. Quickly. We don't have much time.
Joseph, wait!
Stay where you are!
We're here on behalf of Magister Vaudin. We need to leave.
After finally reaching the boat, Amicia and Lucas plead with Joseph to help them, telling him that they have a child with them. Joseph agrees to assist them and instructs them to meet him at the next pontoon. As they make their way through the marshland, they are spotted by a soldier, but Joseph quickly takes him down with a crossbow mounted on his boat. As they travel through the swamp, they come across a bonfire where soldiers are burning hundreds of bodies. The ground begins to shake as the rats start to stir, causing Amicia to rush back to Hugo while Lucas stays with Joseph, planning to pick up the rest of the group at the docks near the D-Rune house.
I need... Hugo. What have they done? I'll go get them. You come get us on the docks by the house.
Be careful.
What's going on?
What do you think it was?
I don't know, but it woke me up.
The house.
A bad omen, I tell ya.
Amicia races through the village, spotting her house in the distance. Despite the curfew, villagers have emerged from their homes, curious about the ground shaking. Suddenly, a horde of rats emerges from the ground and begins swarming through the village, devouring the villagers.
The house. I can do it.
Amicia can only run, wondering what could have caused Hugo to become so distressed. One of the fort's towers collapses, releasing even more rats that overrun entire buildings and flood the streets. Amicia leaps from rooftop to rooftop, finally reaching her house. Inside, Hugo is having a nightmare, and Beatrice doesn't know how to calm him. Amicia takes over and tries to soothe him, but part of their house collapses, and Vaudin is killed. Beatrice and Amicia sit with Hugo as the rats outside demolish the entire fort.
Calm down, please, please. I know why you're upset. Hugo, please.
When Hugo wakes up, the rats start to dissipate. He is horrified by what he has done and the survivors' tears, and the burning ashes of the Red City. Beatrice and Amicia decide they must leave before everything collapses, so they gather their things and set off to meet Lucas and Joseph at the dock. Amicia carries Hugo through the ruined village. When they reach the boat, Lucas and Joseph are already there. Lucas seems unfazed by the news of Vaudin's death, and they set sail for Marseille.